Welcome to PROFITIZE training video. In this video, you will learn how to manually enter utilities expenses in PROFITIZE. Click on the Transactions tab. Click on the Add Transaction button. Click on the Buy button. Click on the Services button. Click on the Utilities button. Click on the Received Service button, if already received this service. Otherwise, click on the Receive Service Later button. Click on the Not Paid button, if you did not pay in advance for utilities. Otherwise, click on the Fully Paid button, or the Partially Paid button, as appropriate. In this example, let's click on the Not Paid button. Click on the Fully Paid button, if you paid fully upon receiving utilities. Otherwise, click on the Not Paid button, or the Partially Paid button, as appropriate. In this example, let's click on the Fully Paid button. Click on the Direct button if the utilities expense can be directly linked to the production of specific goods or services. Examples of direct utilities include electricity used directly in manufacturing processes, water consumed in product creation, gas used for operating production machinery, fuel for vehicles used in direct product delivery, etc. Otherwise, click on the Indirect button if the utilities expense cannot be directly linked to the production of specific goods or services. Examples of indirect utilities include general office electricity, heating and cooling for administrative areas, water for general building use, internet and phone services for administrative purposes, etc. Now that you have successfully answered all category questions regarding the transaction related to utilities expense, you will need to start entering other details of your transaction in the input fields. Note that input fields with asterisks are required fields, where you must enter data. Required input fields are followed by optional input fields, where you should enter as much data as possible. Click on the calendar icon. Click on the left arrow to navigate to the previous month in the date picker. Click on, for example, the 30th of June, 2024 to set the last date of the billing period for utilities, or the date service received required input field in PROFITIZE. Click on the VAT amount required input field, and enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, 15, for example. Click on the Next button to move to the next screen. Click on the amount including VAT required input field, and enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, 115, for example. Click on the percent of cost allocated to production field, and enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, 75, meaning 75% of this expense should be allocated to your production or manufacturing cost. Click on the Next button to move to the next screen. Click on the supplier business name required input field, and enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, Supplier Limited F, for example. Click on the supplier BIN or VAT number optional input field, and enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, the supplier's BIN or VAT number, for example, this 9-digit number. Click on the Next button to move to the next screen. Continue to enter data in the required input fields and optional input fields, and, finally, click on the Finish button. In this video, you learned how to manually enter utilities expenses in PROFITIZE. For more training videos, visit PROFITIZE YouTube channel.